Greetings, 2026. All the things. I have so many new things. Look,
Oh, you got new glasses? Good for you.
trying to be happy about this. Trying to
Why
be happy
wouldn't you
about
be
this
happy about it?
because I didn't want my other glasses to go away, but when you sit on them
And they break.
and they
And
break.
the frames are no longer in manufacture. Yeah.
No, I've had them
I like the
for
color though. I think yeah.
well, it's very interesting how it came out because my other ones were blue and purple, and I've had them for 5 years, and I literally adore them. I felt like they were part of me. And the day I got home, hello, Christina. The
Hello.
day I got home from Mexico, and like my son picked me up and we went to his house, I literally took them off, put them on the couch, and sat on them immediately. Within half an hour, not even half an hour of being in his house. That was a month ago. And so I've been going through, like we talk about undoings and, pattern disrupts. I mistakenly disrupted my face. And it was so fascinating because I didn't realize how attached I was to those glasses and how much I loved them, and sometimes thought about that I was putting on a mask when I put on the glasses, like the Batman cape kind of thing, right? And so
Like you're all of a sudden incredible with those particular glasses. Mine too, they broke. And then it's like, oh, these are okay, whatever, right? But it's like I felt like a champion in those ones.
that
How silly, right? We're so silly. Humans are
so
silly.
funny. It's so funny. Well, and it could be a Leo thing too. Well, obviously not if you're doing it too, Anne Marie, but my hair and my glasses gave me a mask. And so I convinced myself they were fixable. I've been blind, well, not blind, but I've been navigating this earth for the last month with not clear vision. So not only physically, but like I feel like by not having my glasses, I had to pay attention mentally more because now I'm really seeing the truth of this soul basket, right? And so when I went today to have the girl, I was convinced she was going to say she was going to be able to fix the arms. This piece, the frame's fine. I snapped the arms off right at the joints where the screw goes in the joint. And she's just like, you can't. I'm like, oh, I'm going to glue them. I'm going to gorilla glue them. Maybe a jeweler could solder. Like I was on a mission to get these fixed. And of course, because they were custom, they were high-end Italian frames. They don't exist anymore.
Of course.
And so in the store, which is a boutique, it is the higher, like it wasn't Lens Crafters I was shopping in, right? Those other ones were $2,000. This was the only frame in the entire store that would fit my lenses. And they happened to be red.
I like them a lot.
The little secret tendril that ties them to my old glasses.
Ooh.
What's that?
They have turquoise tips. So it's
like, so they stay on?
I got a tip of my old glasses at the back where nobody can see it. But I know it's there, and the storyline continues with my purple and gold. And yeah, and then
we are simple things, aren't we?
Oh my God! So we're always trying to bring it into how can this be a lesson? How can this be a teaching? And that's what it is. My other glasses were a mask. And as I'm going through this new identity and who am I, remember we talked last time about how do we want to show up? I'm showing up with red glasses.
And you're copying me. I have red glasses.
And you have red glasses too.
Yes, only mine are $20 from
Right.
stupid store.
Yeah.
'Cause I just have readers. I don't need progressives. I don't need anything
Yeah,
fancy.
these are progressives. So
Yeah.
I do have the $20 readers that I've been wearing at the computer because a month without glasses is very hard on your eyes, and I've headaches and the eye strain, and I know now why I have glasses, even though I can navigate the world without them, it's much better with them. So, yeah, it's been and so it's only been a couple of hours since I've had them, so I'm still kinda, "Ah!" So that's my exciting news right now. How are all you doing?
I slammed my thumb in a drawer yesterday and it's super
Oh my god, look at that.
blue
Well,
and
Sean has new
thrabby.
colors too. I passed the blue over to you. The
Yeah.
purple, you went to Sean's corner.
I
Oh
had
my,
full-on sympathy pain.
how
Yeah.
did you do it?
I was just in the kitchen. I just was moving too fast or whatever and didn't get my thumb out of the way fast enough while I was shutting the drawer. And it didn't feel like anything for like 15 seconds. And then I went into full on curse mode. Um, and then I had an ice pack on it right away, but it still was like, it was that dark, last night. And then this morning it was even worse. So
Oh,
I'm
and it's
hoping I don't
throbbing.
lose the nail because I actually hit it, lower down.
Crap.
Yeah.
Yikes. Is the blood pooling or does it seem to be calming down?
I don't know how to answer that question. I think it's calming down.
Is it throbbing still a lot?
Yeah, not as much as it was, but yeah, every time I woke up last night, it was, hey, I'm here. And you don't realize how much you use your thumbs. Like I've had to type today and so I'm like, do I just cut my nail down? Maybe it won't hurt as much because, but then just moving through life, I've hit it a few times today. So just been like,
Christina's breaking your tootsies. You're smashing your thumbs. I love our group.
yeah.
Wow, we'll send some healing vibes to your poor little thumb. Which hand is it on? Your right hand?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So what are we needing to slow down from?
I think, um, I had already talked about it last month that I knew this month was going to be crazy and it's like booked back to back. And I think it's just some of the symptoms of that. I've actually been kind of stalking it a little bit because, when I talk about fire wax or I talk about glass wax, there's the fire and the glass are really just a metaphor for a thing, right? It's how do you, like in the fire wax case, it's like when problems arise in your life, what do you do or how do you approach it, right? And so like when I'm stalking myself right now in relationship to kind of being a tad frustrated with having to travel for work and what that does to me and what it means for everything else that I do on a regular basis for my job. I just feel like, it's been more of a message of, like that I'm not super happy at this, right? Like doing what I'm doing right now. And it almost, and this is a recurring, and I've also noticed it's a recurring theme through my life is that I overload to a point of snapping, right? And even when I'm saying, please stop, no more, no more, it's like, oh, did she say no more? I think she meant 5 more pounds. And it's like stuff like that. And me having to reinforce it today. So like my boss was asking for another thing and he obviously knew I was getting stressed. And I'm like, you know what, Steve, I'm going to have to get back to you and actually schedule my Saturday hour by hour to figure out where I can fit this in. Because I don't know where I can fit in another thing. right? And I don't want to say no to my boss. And there's the self-care piece. And I want to be there for others and I want to show up for myself. You know what I mean? So I think it's just one of those messages of, and like I said, when you're coming to the firewalk, it's like, how do I want to show up? And I know I've been showing up a little tense and it's not like I'm showing up super grateful and full of love that I get to go do this. Is there a way for me to show up super grateful and full of love? I know, one of the reasons I'm having to travel is that my boss is, undergoing some cancer treatment. So it's like, he definitely doesn't need to deal with someone that is also kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I definitely don't want to bring that either. And so it's this really big dance of, what piece of that can I take accountability for? I also notice that, when I tend to get like this, I'm like, oh, I need to go shopping. Like, I don't like, and this was me during COVID and stuff too. And it's like this weird, like, oh, I'm stressed out at work. Let me go spend the money I make at work so I don't feel so stressed because now I get stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a great
You're trying
reason.
to reward yourself.
Right. And then, so just, yeah, that's my dance that I'm trying to dance right now with more grace. And so, yeah, if anybody has any advice, I'll take some.
It's hard to navigate when they're going through a crisis like cancer.
Yeah.
How do you navigate your own personal boundaries? Both Anne Marie and I walked through that with Peter. It wasn't a professional like work situation, but even in caregiving, people do that. I know I certainly
Yeah.
did and didn't come out well after that experience. So how do you do it in a work setting when your job actually could be on the line if you start putting in boundaries?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a really delicate place to figure out language for sure.
Yeah.
Have you had conversations with them before
Like before he got,
about work-life balance and that?
not so much work-life balance. And, they did compensate me generously before telling me this was going to happen. And
Oh,
I
so
did
they
have.
did preload.
Yes, and I did, today I did receive my first paycheck. So it did ease the sting a little bit today because I was like, all right, it was just like, check yourself.
Right.
um, and like I said, they know I don't want to travel for work long term. They know we are trying to backfill the position. So there's all that stuff. So, I know all that's going on. So can I show up differently and with more love and compassion and just all of the things and kind of not so much push down or shove aside like my frustration or my humanness of, having to travel and do a lot in a very short amount of time and all these things. And still like care for myself around that, whatever that looks like. And that's for me to figure out so that, as I'm not showing up bitter. Right. So, yeah.
Did they give you a time frame?
No, and I mean, to hire someone new, or I gave them a time frame as how long I thought I could travel for them
That's
before
what I mean. Yeah.
snapping. And I said I couldn't do any more than 3 to 6 months. And honestly, our business will suffer if I'm on the road like that and not taking care of the stuff that I normally take care of. But he's
So are
going
you
to
just into that? How long
Pardon
have you
me?
I think you told us you were traveling before. So are you a month in? How far in are you already?
Oh, I was supposed to travel
that sounds like your best plan of action, to just keep helping them fill the position, because then you're off the hook.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah.
Even though it adds more on your plate, that would benefit you.
Right. Right. Yes.
Yeah.
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 So,
Yeah. And it's a really good lesson to really check in with yourself before you say yes to these things. Is it going against yourself? Do you want to take yourself to that? Like, what would have happened if you said no?
um, yeah, I don't know. I don't, because I don't know what would have happened to his business, and then, it's it definitely would have been a shitty thing for me to do, in my opinion. As an out, if I were to take myself out of it and be like, oh, you couldn't like give a notice or like, something of that nature. And I honestly don't want to look for another job. I like it stresses me out. I like the people I work. It does stress me out. I like the people I work with. They're willing to have the conversations at the start of each year of like, what do we want to create? Now, that being said, we probably had the same conversation 4 years in a row about not creating there's a particular situation that happens in the scheduling and the commitments that are made, and like just the way it pans out. And we create it because we agree to do stuff, right? And so we've had that conversation, and I can tell there's still there's still books to be kept, right, Emery? That need to be balanced. Cash flow needs to still be at a certain place. And
Yeah.
as him as the CEO is going to make sure that happens. So, yeah. It's small company dynamics. That's what it is.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, we're here, and we can help transmute that for the next 3 to 6 months, and maybe somebody that you already sent them, maybe it's already in the works.
Yeah, exactly.
Which would be perfect for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anne Marie, what's going on?
Yeah. I finally got back to the stuff that I hired a business coach, Holly, and it's using Wellexy to create campaigns in LinkedIn. So it sounds like LinkedIn pretty good, Michonne, but I replied to probably 200 people today, and that was just people that hadn't received my second follow-up.
Mhm.
And I made a list because I don't know how to look at all the messages. So I made a list of people, and there's 125 people I still have left to speak to that have just said, "Hey, sounds great. Let's collaborate." And I'm like, I don't know what to do now. Anyway, so I'm happy I got through part of it. But so I have to get back to Holly. I just finished that today. So I'm going to get back to Holly and say, okay, how do I collaborate? What do I do? I'm not in sales, so I don't know what to say to people, because my second email is to book stuff in my calendar. So I've got a couple of appointments that are coming up, and one of them already, I was telling Angel about that the other day. It sounded really interesting. It could fit in somewhere in my life and collaborate, whatever. But I have a daunting task ahead of me, and I think I stopped counting. So it could actually be something like 175 people that I need to say, thanks. You want to collaborate, hey? I don't know
How's
what to
that look
say.
like?
Yeah. Well, they're asking me, what does that look like? And I'm like, I haven't even looked at their profiles yet. So it's
That's a
like
lot
a
of work.
research project for me. Who are you? What do you do? There was a couple people that said unsubscribe. One guy just said unsubscribe. I'm like, great, you're out of here. No, thank you. Great, you're out of here. So I think there was 3, and I'm like, phew.
You
But it's
you
a
almost
little
you almost need
overwhelming.
an assistant to help you through all that.
Yeah.
Because
So
that's
if
handiwork.
so if I can figure out what I'm supposed to say at this point, I can get my team to I think that's such a cool word. My Girl Friday? No, my team is gonna help, hopefully help me, and because I've I send her money when I have it, and I'm pretty sure she owes me some time. So if it takes her 2 or 3 or 4 hours, I think I have it. Um, so yeah, I'm excited and overwhelmed, and it should be interesting. I mean, that's what I paid Holly the big bucks for, was to get contacts in LinkedIn. So now that
And
I
you got
have,
contact.
I got a bunch, and I don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
So it's funny for me to try and take my bookkeeping hat off and put it over here, and then put my sales hat or whatever it is I'm doing over here.
Yep.
So I'll learn and figure it out. It's January. It's at least I'm interested in doing it. Whereas over Christmas, I basically scrolled my phone all day. I just checked out. I don't like this the holiday. Um, I just want the days to pass, and they did. So we'll
And maybe
see.
a little bit of joy this year. So every year it should get a little bit better moving forward.
Yes, of course. I'm not gonna lie, I made a pretty good turkey dinner. Angel
You
was over
certainly
for
did.
the food, and it was pretty darn good. She carved it up, and then I had turkey, I think, 2 or 3 more times, and then I made turkey soup. So, I canned it, and so I've got, I think, 4 jars of soup in the pantry.
And my name's on one of them.
Yeah. It is. The other thing that was kind of funny happened yesterday. I got my Child Healing Certificate, and I got some feedback on, a couple of the, you know, interviews that I don't know what you call them,
Sessions.
sessions, and, um, it brought up one of those old programs where it was like, "I'm not good enough," or whatever it was, and it was a quick, you know how those spirals happen? It's like, "Phew, okay, I'm a piece of shit, everything is shit, I'm shit," and I managed to not, spiral completely out of control, because I think we all have those circumstances where something triggers you and it's, whew, down you go. And I was really quite proud of myself to be aware of it, to catch it, and to not let it spiral out of control. And I'm like, what is the truth? I am as God created me, as it says in the A Course in Miracles and things like that. So I have tools it's just the awareness. We have to have the awareness to catch those things before they go out of control. So instead of it being more like hibernating like I did over Christmas, it was more catching grace and compassion, like Michonne was saying. And then I went for a walk and went, this is okay. That's what have I said to you quite a few times, Angel? This isn't telling the truth. You have to acknowledge that and say, oh, this isn't true what you're doing here. So
Yeah.
I'm really grateful for that. I also woke up in the middle of the night, and I don't know if it was because I hadn't completely dealt with it or maybe I pushed it away just a little bit, but, I'm okay with that.
Could have been
Well,
a
I
full
think
moon
that's
too.
why, like, that's a perfect example as to why it's so important to come into circle, like even once a week, like what we do. It
Mhm.
helps clear those out. We
Yeah.
can be mirrors for each other and bring up those. I had exactly what you said. I feel like shit. Show me some mirrors. Like it's important to, like you said, catch it, acknowledge it, and have have it witnessed that that's not true.
That's right.
And I think that's why a lot of people suffer, because they don't have a space where they can come and do that and release it.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so grateful for you all.
Oh,
It's important. This is
Have a small office. It's a huge company, but it's a small office with maybe 12 people under management that are permanent, not seasonal employees. And a few weeks ago, somebody was let go, like out of maybe 12 of us. And then today, another one was let go. And then we found out another one has a week left. And we were told her funding. But the one who was let go this morning, I don't know what happened. All they're saying right now is that her values did not align with the company values and she was doing something. So I don't know what that means. Um, I don't know if it was in her personal life, if it then we feel like, oh no, a little bit. She was cleaning up her desk just in case. Leave that, like one girl said, oh, this place would disintegrate because of everything you do, but it doesn't matter. It's still just a job. As employees, we are always replaceable. So I'd say it wasn't a terribly productive day. um, yeah, so I guess I'm just sitting here and, just like just getting out of that Christmas void as well. Um, Kids leaving. My son left, my youngest left to go back to school on Sunday, and that's a little bit bittersweet. Um, with him being 20, he gets on the bus and I still cry. Um, but I'm also, at the same time, it's also true that I'm also grateful to have my space back.
You can hold
So I
both.
love you.
I love you.
Uh,
Goodbye.
yeah, yeah, I'll deal with the tears. Um,
Right.
but yeah, so it's been I don't know, kind of a weird few days here, and yeah, I think it's just, I think we kind of did a lot of processing at work together today, and just, even if something else happens or more happens, and been told nothing else will, but you don't know,
You don't.
it's nothing that we can control. So just trying to let it go. And Jen was saying that, oh, if it's my time to be gone, fine, goodbye.
Yeah.
We'll, I guess we'll see. Um, and yeah, and then another girl too who was like, well, I'm quitting after all that. Um,
Holy. Your team is
uh,
just getting smaller and smaller over there. Well, we
yeah.
talked about you leaving too, so
Oh yeah,
that
absolutely.
energy is definitely in the air where you are.
It is. It is. And, we'll see. And I know with her, she just she's gone to school and needs to complete a practicum to finish her education. So that's why she wants to leave, which completely makes sense. But just the timing today was it's a lot in one day. And like they don't hide it. We have a shared workspace, we don't even have private offices. So when I come in and the director is clearing out this other girl's workstation, you know, right? And
Yeah, no one likes to watch that. It's
no,
right in
and
your face, like, it's not even yeah, that's next level.
yeah, like right there. Um, with the last girl a few weeks ago, same thing. She used to sit right next to me, and the HR girl came in and she's like, "Oh, do you have a bag? Like, if I have a bag to put that other girl's stuff in, to bring it to her." Well, I have this gift bag, but that might not be appropriate. So, yeah, there's just been a lot of um,
Wow.
ups
It's
and downs.
interesting that your company literally serves the underprivileged part of our humanity, and that is how they are humanely treating their employees.
Yeah, I just don't even know. I think we're still kind of processing and
Yeah.
so, like, yeah, we need, I think we need to do some sort of team building or something now. Because
Bring
today was a
everybody
bit
back
rough.
together.
Yeah, it was a bit rough.
Well, right in the middle of the shedding, right? We're still
Yeah.
shedding. We're
Yeah.
still shedding for another month.
Yeah. And we were talking about that, the new year, moving into the year of the fire horse, and what does that mean? And this is all part of it, and getting ready for that, um, which is really, it's interesting that we've been starting to go into those conversations at work. Um,
Right. Yeah. Fascinating. Fascinating.
we'll see.
Well, and I'm curious, have you guys, like after the moon, like now where we are now, are you feeling more grounded? Are you feeling less spacey, like that void? Personally, I do feel different this week. So I'm curious. You were
Yes, I
sitting in the void
certainly
over
do.
Christmas.
I know for me, just the sorry, the the uh, the lack of desire and motivation over the holidays lifted after Saturday. So I basically felt a lot better on Sunday. I did some, I did some stuff on Sunday and Monday. It is Tuesday, right? Yeah. So I've done
Today's
a couple of
Tuesday.
days. I've been way more productive. Whereas I would look at my desk, which is very cluttered as well. And I've been watching decluttering videos. um, because I like to print shit out thinking I'm going to do something special with this poem or this fabulous quote or something. And I just go, fuck, you're not going to do anything with it. What are you doing? But yeah, overall, I feel a lot more productive. And Christina, I feel for you. I had a job in Whistler years ago, and the longest job I ever had, actually, it was 7 years, believe it or not. And I forget when it was because it was in my 20s, which is just 2 weeks ago. And this it sold to another company, and they let go a couple of the big managers at the beginning. And then they didn't do it, they said they won't do it again, but a year later they did it again and cut some more.
Mhm.
And I can't remember. I think I was in the third cut, and by then I'd been there 7 years. So it's very unsettling. It's not a good work environment. How are you supposed to be motivated when you think you could just get pulled any moment? It's so I feel for you, Christina. That's not a fun place to be. Not at all.
Yeah. It's a nonprofit, so nothing is certain.
Yeah. And what's funny is this company sold again to somebody else after I was gone, and they hired me in Vancouver. So it's not like they were just doing what they were doing,
Yeah.
and it's not like I didn't do a good job, but it was like, "Yeah, we wanna hire you," and I worked there for, I think, 3 or 4 years. It's funny. Yeah.
Well,
So I guess what I'm saying
the
to you, Christi
uncertainty is afoot. That is for sure.
yeah,
And
and I guess,
um,
Christina, too, don't take it personally. Like, look at what happened to me.
Mhm.
It's an option, right? That and it's not happening to you. I'm not saying it's happening to you, but, we just can't take anything personally, although it impacts you personally. I understand.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. And who knows what's even going to happen next week? Every
Who
time
knows?
we, you know, I try so hard to stay away from the politicals and like everything else that's
Oh,
going on in the world. But every once in a while it creeps in. Like if I've kind of told the universe, if it's important enough for me to know, somebody will either send it to me or it'll come across my feed, even though I have very specifically curated what I allow in my Instagram and Facebook feeds. They're very targeted in what I want. And as soon as I see something I don't want, I make sure that I don't. So I have kind of made that connection. And so to see some of the stuff, that's happening in Venezuela and some of the stuff, I'm like, it's kind of like get your popcorn out and watch what's happening in the world show. WTF. So it's getting to that point where I'm sitting back very curious as to when either the military themselves or some humans get together and we start seeing some this is not okay and we're going to take this into our own hands type situations. I feel it in my bones. It's coming.
Well, and
So,
the thing with Venezuela too is, I watch people that dissect this stuff
okay.
periodically, and it's not real. It's either happened or it's from videos from 4 years ago, or he's already been assassinated at Gitmo, and we know nothing, right? We know none of it.
Yeah, we
So
don't know what they're showing us. Yeah,
I
fair
don't
enough.
I don't believe anything.
I
And I
especially wouldn't believe anything you've seen and you're linking to from Instagram or
Right?
Facebook.
yeah, I don't
Yeah,
believe anything.
yeah,
I don't believe anything.
yeah.
It's
And
funny, you just mentioned the carefully curated, and I don't know if you noticed, I chuckled a little bit. The reason I chuckled was because I go to great lengths to make sure it cannot curate me. I don't do a lot of stuff. I don't do a lot of,
Posting and
saying
stuff.
I want this or I don't want that or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it does still fairly decent job because I'm sure there's links somewhere in Google searches and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm like, I don't want you
Well,
to know me.
and I've been really feeling that pull too. Well, but I go through phases where I want to just totally shut down every platform. And then I remember that that is how I connect with most of my people. I would have left Facebook a long time ago if it wasn't for the connections I've made all over the world, So it
it's
serves
an
a
easy way
purpose,
to create events.
right? So it serves a purpose and it's just trying to figure out how can it serve you and not damage your nervous system because
Mhm,
it has done that for me through
mhm.
other people's actions. And so and then yeah, then it's just managing yourself.
Yeah.
And no doom scrolling and no, that kind of stuff.
Well, you wouldn't
It's
be human if it didn't affect if something
right.
someday didn't affect you.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, it's like, "Are you kidding me? We've gotta put up with this shit again," or whatever it is, or whoever it is that irritates you.
Yeah.
We all go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you start using the teachings against yourself because if I feel this way, I'm not spiritual. Right. So,
Yeah.
you know, there's that loop as well that sometimes comes in. Not so much anymore because I'm onto it, but as you're going through the ascension process, that is one of the layers that you have to go through, understanding that, oh yeah, now you're actually using the teachings against you, and this is not healthy either.
Yeah.
Now you've gone the other way.
Mhm.
So coming back into balance, right? And
Yeah.
I think every time we go through an ego death, shamanic death, whatever you want to call it, that's every time you do it, it does get easier and easier. But as you're building your new identity and how you want to show up, your circles to understand who you are and what you're going on because they put the old masks on you, right? And I'm experiencing that this time as I'm coming through this death, this round, and getting my feet back on the ground and being fully embodied, coming out of that liminal space. Over Christmas, I made some really serious choices and put some really strong boundaries in around my family. Never have I done it to this degree because I'm different now. And something that kind of came up for me today as I was going through my mask, my glass mask, I was like, if I'm not going to allow my husband to talk to me or treat me that way, why would it be okay for my siblings to do it? And now I see very clearly the pattern, and they're screaming at me to block, don't like this. But it's okay for them to treat me that way, but not him.
Yeah.
So there was this click, and you kind of know it in this, but it's come here. It's come into the consciousness, and it landed. I don't. The glasses unlocked a lot today. So I'm very curious to see what else is illuminated for me.
Yeah,
Um,
that analogy of seeing more clearly with your new glasses is great.
Yeah.
like holy, right? Holy. I think why it came through, I have to give a shout out to Scott. I was really hoping Scott was going to try to come on tonight, and Michonne, I was so excited for you to meet Scott. So I'm gonna keep poking and seeing if he'll come on next time. Christina and I have stepped into a book project with him. He's been in 13 of the Brave Healer Productions books, and now he's taking on his own. And he was in Mexico with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
He did a testimony on my page. And he did a healing session on me today. I got a healing
Nice.
session today, energetic, from him. And that was one of the things that came up in the healing session. So yes, it was glasses and Scott that brought that through. And yeah, so I'm trying to not racehorse ahead, because at the branding, like, how do we want to show up? I'm making myself sit, because I've changed my marketing and my messaging so many times, like I'm confusing myself. So yeah, it'll be, and so I feel bad for Wilbur, because he's trying to keep up with me, and I'm like, I don't even know where I am. Good luck with that. Thank you for trying. I love you. I appreciate you, and I can't even catch myself. So it's just real, and I feel like today there's just a big flush with what Scott and I did, and yeah, and things are starting to anchor. I'm 95% sure I got into the business program that I wanted to be in, and if that happened, it comes with sponsorship of all of your expenses are paid for 10 months while you're in school, and they teach you. And so it's unreal what happens when your base chakra settles down. I've been in the void and been in like that space for a year. It's I'm on my year anniversary being back in Canada. And so to have this so close to landing. So next Tuesday when we meet, I will know for sure. If I have one more meeting Thursday, if that goes the way I want it to go, Monday I start school. Monday, like,
Is that
absolutely.
online or local, or where are you going?
It's a government program.
So local to where you're at. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's hybrid. It's one full day in class in the space, and then online stuff. But it's 35 hours a week
Oh
for
wow.
10 months. It's a birthing process. It's a birthing your business. So I handed in the 15-page
Wow.
business idea. They give you a whole thing, and it took hours to fill out. And Thursday I have my meeting, and if they accept it, good to go. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's exciting. And you'll start seeing. I sent out an email today, my first advertising. I was accepted as a speaker in a Oracle card summit, and there is already 1,500 people in the waiting room in school. So it's not a little event. This will be a big one. All the graphics are done. As soon as we're done this, I'm going to post my first graphic on socials. She's done a beautiful job. I'm so impressed with how organized it is already. It's free. So I'm going to put the link inside our school so that our people, you guys can join and watch some of the stuff for free if you want. There's 60 speakers. This is a big one. And they've split it into
It's a
3.
week long, right?
Well, it's 3 days of it's 3 days of speakers, and then you have 4 days to watch everything. So it is 7 days, but
Okay.
it's 19, 20, and 21 are the days of the summit.
Okay.
Mine's recorded. So I'm also going to ask her after the summit's done if I can just put mine in our classroom. Because I don't know if I've told you guys. I know Christina knows, but I've built an Oracle deck. It's done. The pictures are done. The words are done. The front, back cover, everything's done. I built it with AI back in the summer. So I've had it for almost 7 months. But with everything that was going on, it's just been sitting marinating. And so this class, I chose to talk about 5 of the cards and just take them on a little bit of a healing arc. And it's on Toltec Wisdom. It's Jaguar Wisdom. The deck is called Jaguar Wisdom, an Oracle of the Toltec Heart. So I'm really excited. And this is going to be the first time I'm speaking on it. And I've never spoken about Oracle cards before. Christina and I have been dabbling in Oracle cards for almost 20 years, but I've never taken it into this kind of a space. So I was like, why not? And she's trying to get 3,500 people into this summit. Even if a third of them watch the video, we could get an influx of people coming into the school from this. That's what excites me.
That's exciting.
To get
Very
some more
exciting.
humans to play with. And then, Christina and I have talked about maybe offering on one of the nights that we're not talking already to start doing card pulls. Like come in and just do card pulls and everyone can have a night or whatever. And Rashawn, do you read cards? Is that part, do you play with cards at all?
Yes, I don't normally do them for other people unless it's like just friends or if I'm in like for in this kind of situation, I would.
Yeah.
Or like, when we get together on full moons and new moons, a lot of times we'll just pass around the deck and then I'll do like interpretation of how we think we think your card's meant for you.
Yeah, and that's how it's always been for us too. We read for each other. I read for myself probably once a week. And if I'm really in it, I'll do it every night. And then like my cards sat for years without me even touching them. But, since I've been back in Canada, I've been doing a lot of cards. And Christina and I used to do cards all the time. That was like one of our first divination tools that we played with, right? And she's excellent at reading cards. So I love having Christina read my cards. I love it.
I did get my 16-year-old niece her first deck for Christmas, not knowing how it would land. So I don't know. She hasn't called me and asked for more info, but I know it was and I tried to get her a mellow deck. It was, seasons and the forest and stuff or something like that.
And that's what aunties are for.
Yeah.
Every single one of my nieces has also gotten decks from me. It's kind of the soft intro to our world, right? And so again, how do we want to show up in the world? And I was like, this is some of the first medicine that woke me up. Why wouldn't I share that? And somebody can pattern interrupt you and you're like, and now you're trying to study and like, what the fuck was that? It's, and so I'm very, and she knows how to print cards. Like this is her business. This is what she does.
Mm.
And she's an artist, a painter. So she's just a different human than the other teachers that I've been playing with. And so she hooked my attention, man.
Sweet.
So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
I just remembered I actually have a deck coming that I was Christmas shopping and it was on Etsy and it's coming from Australia. So it was like the long delivery. So I forgot. I'm supposed to get it
Interesting.
around
Do
the
you know,
16th,
you know
I
what the
think.
name of it is?
It's a positive affirmations deck. Yeah.
The reason why I ask is because one of the authors that we were in Mexico with, her name's Lulu. Well, I guess she's Australian, but she now lives in the States. But she has an oracle deck. So as soon as you said Australia and oracle deck, I'm like, oh, I wonder if it's Lulu's.
Let me see what I know that's not the actual name of it.
Wouldn't that be funny if it is?
I know, right? I think hers is a mermaid deck.
Pass around the smile. Or is that no, that might Gold Coast, Australia, Oracle Cards and Journals. That's the name of the store is Pass Around the Smile. The deck is, it does say positive guidance cards, Oracle cards, angel cards, yeah. Let me see if I don't see a name though.
I think it's pretty funny that this whole oracle thing that I'm stepping into, and you're over there buying decks.
Yeah, her name's Cleo, so
Cleo.
not the
Not
same.
Lulu.
Yeah.
Lulu has joined our school too, so I'm hoping eventually we can convince her to come and do the inner den calls. She is a lovely, lovely, wonderful, powerful woman. So
Sweet.
people will eventually catch on.
Yeah. And Emery, are you an Oracle card person or anti-Oracle?
No, I've got Oracle cards.
All right.
I pulled one not too long ago from my Sacred Rebel deck, and it was all about softening because I said, am I on the right track? And I am very focused. I'm very driven on, I know what to do when I know what to do. And this is not a time of force and whatever. So it's kind of a funny, it's time to be soft. I'm not good at soft.
Yeah.
I'm learning. I'm open-minded of being
learning.
soft and, because what am I going to do with 200 people I don't even know what to say to? So, you have to learn to be a little soft and not in a weak way, but in a soft, unforceful way. Exactly. Because bookkeeping is very divine masculine. And I'm really good at that without thinking. So the other side is interesting.
Yeah, pushing it. It's great.
And so I think I have about 10 or 12 decks. Yeah. And when I was working with Angel, she said, get used to one of your decks. And I chose my Sacred Rebel deck to spend more time with. And because it's great to have them, but and never open them. So what's the point?
Yeah. That is a message I have received from someone before as well in regards to my tarot deck specifically, but
Yeah, I think you have to build a relationship with it. You have to infuse energy with it. It's a power object. Like if you really want it to work with you, you have to treat it like a power object.
Well, and his recommendation, like I have all that built with it, but he was like, if you're not using it every day, you're gonna, like you don't build the relationship to get clean messages.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it has to be a consistent practice.
It's funny. I just go one more thing to do every day.
Right? I do like to use them to try and build intuition too, like just trying to guess what the card is and what you're feeling in the card.
Yeah.
I tend to read at night right before I go to bed so that I can use it as a dreaming practice.
Perfect. I do pull cards every time we're at Matote too, as part of the the altar and the stuff that we're working on.
Yeah.
So fun. Well,
Awesome.
maybe not. Well, I won't. I'm like, I don't want to do it next time because I don't know how I won't be by my decks. But one of these times we should just maybe do a share, like
Just do an impromptu. Yeah.
and or pull, whatever you had suggested earlier too.
You want me to just go grab my Sacred Rebel deck?
Well, I have a card from Mexico sitting right here that because we did get gifted cards twice, and the card sitting right here is acceptance.
Oh, I
Sweet.
don't even know where mine are.
Yeah.
And the message is acceptance is keeping an expansive, fluid understanding, allowing and loving the likeness of life. With watchful patience, the flower reveals a display of color and visual magnificence, petal by petal. Acceptance is allowing others to unfold their magnificence without rush.
Nice.
So, accepting the journey, loving understanding. So yeah, what I would love is, like, I know Michonne, you're crazy busy right now, so maybe once you settle down, but if Christina or Anne Marie, if you guys want to do something on another night that's not Tuesday, we can schedule that in the den. If you would like to.
Here's my cards. So I got this when I was going to do my, I don't know if that's backwards. Anyways, one of my cards is bliss.
I love that.
And belief.
Beautiful.
So we have bliss, believe, and acceptance. Power of 3 from Tulum.
Nice. We like it.
Bliss,
belief, and acceptance.
Bliss, belief, and acceptance. So
yeah,
we can dream into those 3 words for this following week. And we can talk privately. I know Christina's already was thinking about doing a night, so we can confirm that and get that going. And Anne-Marie, you could both pick nights. I think once we start getting more people in here, and really, if I'm going to do this Oracle card thing and more people are going to come in, now would be the time to do it.
yeah.
Now would be the time to start it. So do you want to think about a night? Or do you want to pick a night now?
One night a week we'll do oracles?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Thursday.
Thursday work, Christina?
I don't know. Thursday's usually my grocery night. I'll have to switch.
Oh, okay.
Well, she got it. What other night's better?
There's not many nights. I know there's 5 of them, but it feels like there's not many nights.
What about Saturday night?
I was going to say, would the weekend be better? And if we do Friday night, that also spreads out the calls, and it'll give us all something to do Friday night if we need something to do.
That'll be every week.
It's funny how things change.
Watch my life change drastically in a couple of weeks. So I can't make it Friday ever. Date night or whatever.
Exactly.
Well, that's because you have all those connections now on LinkedIn. You might get busy.
I know. God, I don't know how. I think I've had 700 people look at my profile.
That's incredible.
I know.
Yeah, you need to show me how to use that thing.
I made a lot of notes so we can go over that. Yeah. Holy shit.
Good.
Say.
Well, we're right at the hour mark, so I'm going to stop recording.
Stop recording.
See you next week.
Thank you.